A lot of people are putting these comments that, sir, can I get 99 percentile? Can I get 95 percentile? First of all, anybody who claims that you can drastically get something out of something, let's say so far you have been scoring 30 percentile and overnight you will start scoring 99 percentile, 95 percentile, that's a myth. That's a myth. Because please believe me, there is nothing such as overnight success. You can't have it in an overnight, right? So if you want to have it, you must have been preparing for these 2 years sincerely, thoroughly, and with more focus. But even right now, if I could tell you something, then yes, with these remaining days, you can get something decently out of it. Not something drastic, but something better. And it is always good to have something better. And that's exactly what we are going to discuss in this video, that whatever or wherever you are, with some more key points with your mind, you can definitely get something better out of your preparation. Now, what are those key points? Let's have a discussion on that. First point, it's a game of confidence. It's your game of confidence. A lot many times, even while playing cricket, even if I'm bowling to a good batsman and if he's hitting me boundaries, if I am still maintaining to be confident, I am still trying to look confident, and if I don't ruin my line and length, I'm still going to ball some good deliveries and I, with proper strategy, may get him out. That's exactly what we are trying to do. There will be terribly bad deliveries. There will be terribly bad questions which you may be facing, and your mindset will be all gone. But Brian Lara once has said it when he scored 400 runs in a test match. When the after post match, the commentator asked him that, "How did you manage to score 400 runs? That's huge. You need a good temperament for that." He said a very simple line in his Caribbean accent: "One ball at a time, man. One ball at a time." Even I got goosebumps while saying this. One ball at a time means just focus on one question at a time. Whatever question has gone, if you couldn't attempt it properly, forget about that. Whatever question is going to come, if it is from a tough chapter, forget about that. Focus on the question where you are right now. Mindfulness, being present in the moment. That's all. So, first of all, it's a game of confidence, it's a game of mindfulness, it's a game of being cool, it's a game of being composed. I'm not saying that don't get nervous. This exam is designed in a manner that it will make you go nervous. But it's a game of managing that stress. It's a game of regulating that stress. If you're able to regulate that stress, if you're able to get the best out of that pressure, I'm not saying that you should stay carefree. No, I'm not saying that you should stay terribly stressed. In both of the cases, you'll ruin everything. Because if you're stress free, you'll be terribly overconfident and you'll do a lot of mistakes. If you're absolutely stressed, you'll be terribly stressed and you won't be able to perform. So that right amount of stress is needed for you to make you perform at your best. That stress I'm asking you to have. A right pressure is needed, because we say or we know that diamond is nothing but a piece of charcoal which handled pressure exceptionally well. That is what we are asking you to be. The diamond you want to be out of being a charcoal who is handling pressure exceptionally well. I hope you got my point very clearly. From there, yes, in every shift and every paper, there are questions kept to make you clear the cutoff. So it's not only an examination of selection of questions, but is more of an examination of rejection of questions. There will be traps. There will be questions which will make you feel like I should do it. I am good at it. I cannot skip a question from permutation and combination, sir. I am the one who has been doing it exceptionally well. Keep your ego aside for a while. Solve it if you can it within the time span you have decided. And if it is taking longer than that, it is a trap which is kept deliberately to make you waste your time. Please don't fall into that trap. Come out of that, please. So yes, there are 40% minimum easy questions in physics, chemistry, and maths and all. And you could pick, if you could pick the right questions, you are done. It's simply a matter of selecting the good questions, rejecting the bad questions. That's all. Trust me, that's all. From here, when I go or move ahead, yes, it's a T20 match, right? It's a T20 match. So from the ball one, you have to start hitting sixes. You cannot say I'm a test player. I'll get settled first. I'll build the temperament. I'll build the right technique, and then I'll do the proper timing shots. No, you don't have a test match here. It is not a 5-day match or it is not a 1-day match. It is a T20. You got to perform within 3 hours. So start delivering from the ball one. Start delivering from the question one. I'm not saying you should be exceptionally fast. Don't do that. If you are riding very fast, the chances of you meeting with an accident are really high. I'm not saying that, but you should be decently good. Don't develop that warm up that I'm doing some warm up, then I'll get my momentum, then I'll get my speed. No. If you need that warm up, practice some 10 to 12 questions before your paper so that you get warmed up. I hope you're understanding the meaning. If you need that warm up. But if you don't need or if you cannot, then straight away from the question one, you should have that momentum which you may be having in between of the paper. Don't start slow. I hope you understood my point. These are some simple psychological hacks you should be aware of. Now here, if I ask you simple thing that which is better, 100 marks in first 75 minutes or 115 in 3 hours, I'll always go for 100 marks. I'll always go for 100 marks, and that comes with a good start, not with a slow start. Please remember that. Always remember, you should attempt your paper in two passes. In the first pass, target all the easy questions which are familiar, which are clearly doable, which don't take much time, and you just look at them, solve them, and move ahead. And when in the first pass, you will be seeing the questions for the second pass as well, which you mark for review, which you mark for attempted later. So those questions you will be attempting in the second pass. Second pass is reserved for the moderate ones. Now, how do you categorize moderate? Moderate ones are those ones by looking at which you feel that yes, I can do it, but it will take some time. So those are the moderate ones. And in two passes, you will be done. Trust me, have faith in me. So two passes are always sufficient. For physics and chemistry, decide that in 1 or 3 minutes whether this question should be done or not. If you are able to do it in 1 or 3 minutes, do it. Otherwise, skip it. Skip it. Don't get emotional or don't feel attached that I have done it, sir, up to a good extent. Let me invest another 2 to 3 more minutes and let me do it. Please don't fall into that trap. As I've already mentioned, it is a trap, deliberately kept to make you waste your time. And in maths, I'll say devote 5 minutes up to an extent in the worst case for a question. I'm not saying for on an average per question you should be devoting 5 minutes. No. In the worst case scenario, to the worst of the questions, devote 5 minutes. More than no, not that. At the verge of 5 minutes, if you have seen that no, this question is still not being doable, that you're not able to reach to the conclusion or the final step, skip it. Don't get attached. That's the thing which you should have developed during this attempting the mocks as well. Yes, in the past one, when you are attempting the easy ones, you thought that it is an easy one. Well, but while attempting it, you realize that no, it is requiring a lot of calculation. Again, don't get attached. Click on mark for review and do it in the second pass. That is what you should go for. Please remember that strategy. Yes, we all get panicked. We all go brain fade. We all go blank sometimes. We all shatter sometimes. We all, lose our confidence totally sometimes. And it is normal to have that. And nothing wrong in taking your eyes off the screen and looking away or doing some mindfulness or doing some breathing exercise for 60 to 90 seconds. Do that. It will actually help you in bouncing back stronger. So do that. I hope you understood or got my point. And don't think much. There is no time to think. One of the candidates, when he was getting interviewed, he said that I was too busy to be sad. Are you getting my point? So you don't have the time to think in the examination hall. So please don't let those thoughts come there in front of you. Stay focused on the questions. You don't have the time to be sad. You don't have the time to think in the exam. You have the time to focus on the question. Face the ball, one ball at a time. That's it, my boy. That's it. Rough sheet, please utilize it properly. A good student still utilizes rough sheet in a structured manner. He divides it properly. He solves the question in a structured manner. Question number one, question number two, question number three, fifth, then seventh, let's say, and then 10th. Because when you're revising or going through, let's say, question number 7, you're feeling you're having committed a mistake, then you don't have to solve it again. You can just look at the solution. That's how it helps. So be more structured, be more organized. And that is what you practice with the mocks. Silly mistakes. Two things are there. I'm not asking you to be amazingly fast. I'm still asking you to be focused. And when you're focused, you are at your best. You get the best out of you. But still, if you are overthinking or if you are unnecessarily trying to be fast, when you write beyond your speed or what you're already good at, let's say if you feel that at 60 to 70 kilometer per hour is your decent speed, you should not go more than that. And if you are unnecessarily riding at 80 to 90 kilometer per hour, then chances are higher that you may meet with an accident. So write or take that test with your speed, the speed where you deliver your optimal, the speed at which you deliver your best. Let's say there is a bowler. He bowls at 130 km per hour and he maintains a good accuracy there. But if he bowls faster, he loses the accuracy. Then what's the point of bowling faster? Accuracy matters first. It always beats the speed. Yes, please remember that. Last hour is crucial. Yes, in the second pass, you will be going through the last hour. In the last hour, a lot of students start losing their focus. They start losing their energy and they start feeling drained out. They start giving up. They start losing hopes. Please don't do that. If you stay confident, if you still stay charged up, if you still feel that no, I have to do it, just stay focused. Even in the last 5 minutes, don't lose your focus. In that last 5 minutes also, chances are higher that you may have attempted a lot of questions, you may have left some question in between, and you may do those questions within those last 5 minutes. And 2 to 3 questions, if you could do, let's say, 12 marks. 12 marks, and you know the meaning of those plus 12 at that stage. It's a pyramid, right? It's a pyramid. So plus 12 would matter a lot at that stage, at that upper level of that pyramid. From here, when I go ahead, yes, even in the last 5 minutes, do not give up, because a lot of cricketers have said it a lot many times. It is not over until it is over. So till the last ball, a cricket match is played. So till the last second, you got to keep trying, keep striving, persisting. Stay there, keep struggling, but don't give up. Don't give up. I hope you got my point very clearly. So yes, you should take it. You should go for it. Don't give up. Don't quit. And I will say that it is your day. You have been preparing for it. Just go and enjoy it. Just find your flow, the perfect pressure, the optimal pressure. With that, let's meet in some other video. Thank you so much. You have been a great audience. Take a good care of yourself.